On November 30th, 2013, the entertainment world was forever changed. In a heart-wrenching car accident, we tragically lost Paul Walker, the beloved actor renowned for his iconic role in the Fast and Furious series. It was a cruel twist of fate that a man who had always cherished the excitement of cars met his untimely demise in a manner as fast and furious as the films that made him a legend. This heart-wrenching incident sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and left fans around the world heartbroken. But what exactly caused the accident? Today, we'll delve into the chilling details of that fateful day and explore why the car crashed and if the legendary Paul Walker and Roger Rodas could have been saved. On that ill-fated day, Paul Walker's charity Reach Out Worldwide organized an event to raise money for the Philippines. The actor, known for his philanthropic efforts, was dedicated to helping those in need. It was during this event when Paul Walker and his friend Roger Rodas decided to go for a ride in a 2005 Porsche Carrera GT. Roger Rodas, a former professional race car driver, took the wheel and Paul Walker sat as a co-driver. Little did they know that this ride would turn into the last ride of their life. According to the reports of LA County, shortly following their departure from the event at around 3:30 p.m., Rodas was driving the car at 100 miles per hour in a 45-mile-per-hour zone at Hercules Street in Valencia's neighborhood of Santa Clarita. Suddenly, Rodas lost control and hit a tree on the right side of the street. The impact was powerful enough to swiftly rotate the car, causing it to collide with the tree on its passenger side. The collision caused extensive damage to the vehicle. Moreover, the impact ruptured the car's fuel tank, leading to the ignition of a fire shortly after the crash. Within moments, the car was engulfed in flames, and both Paul Walker and Roger Rodas found themselves trapped inside. Now, to understand the impact of the collision, let's understand the physics behind car crashes. Gasoline has approximately 56 megajoules of chemical energy per liter, which is more energy than you get from exploding the same amount of TNT. Cars operate by combusting gasoline, transforming its chemical energy into the kinetic energy propelling the car forward. However, nearly 80% of this energy dissipates as heat within the engine, but the remaining 20% is still a lot of energy to get the car moving. Putting it into tangible perspective, it takes approximately 5 teaspoons of gas to propel a 2-ton car to 38 miles per hour, and another approximately 15 teaspoons every minute to sustain the speed. It might not look like a lot of gas, but the energy exerted by a car moving at 38 miles per hour is strong enough to drop an elephant from the summit of a 3-story building. Imagine the unbelievable amount of energy released and the heat generated when Paul Walker's Porsche crashed at 100 miles per hour. Sounds horrific, right? Another crucial concept attributed to this collision is momentum. In a collision, momentum is conserved. This means that the total momentum of the system of objects involved in the crash is conserved in an isolated system. In this case, the Porsche Carrera GT and its occupants had a certain amount of momentum due to their mass and speed. When the car crashed, this momentum was conserved, but the sudden change in direction and the forces involved in the collision resulted in a rapid deceleration, leading to severe injuries and fatalities. The force experienced by an object in a collision depends on the duration of the collision and the rate of change of momentum. In the crash, the car experienced a significant force due to the abrupt change in velocity during the collision with the tree and lamppost. The rapid deceleration and the forces involved in the crash were a result of the high speeds at which the car was traveling. The impact of the crash was so intense that it almost split the Porsche in two. Just a minute after the crash, at 3:31 p.m., a 911 call was made, and the firefighters from the Los Angeles County Fire Department arrived at the scene. However, it was already too late. The world was robbed of 2 lives, both unique and influential in their own way. In the immediate aftermath of the accident, witnesses who had gathered at the scene, along with nearby residents, bravely sprang into action, attempting to extinguish the rapidly spreading fire and rescue the vehicle's occupants. They utilized fire extinguishers, hoses, and any available means at their disposal in a valiant effort to quell the intense flames. Despite their courageous attempts, the fire proved extremely challenging to control. Paul Walker and Roger Rodas' death was attributed to a combination of factors, primarily thermal exposure and traumatic impact injuries. The severity of the burns suffered in the incident was so intense that it made visual identification impossible. The autopsy report revealed a heartbreaking truth. Multiple fractures marred his body, affecting his jaw, collarbone, and left arm. Additionally, traces of soot found in his trachea indicated they had remained alive for a brief period after the initial impact, highlighting the magnitude of the tragedy. Roger Rodas, a close friend and business partner of Paul Walker, also faced a grim fate. He suffered multiple traumatic injuries to his neck, head, and chest, which tragically led to his passing shortly after the accident. The loss of Paul Walker and Roger Rodas was felt deeply by those who knew them personally and the countless fans who admired their work. Paul Walker's charisma and dedication to his craft made him a beloved figure in the world of cinema, while Roger Rodas, an accomplished race car driver, was a driving force behind the performance car community. In the aftermath of the accident, Paul Walker's family sought to understand the true causes of the fatal crash. They hired accident reconstruction experts to investigate alternative theories regarding the incident. It was noted that the Porsche Carrera GT was equipped with low-profile racing tires, making it inherently difficult to drive, and that this factor might have worsened Rodas's control over the vehicle. Another factor leading to the accident was the Bot's dots that divides the lane. Hitting the plastic marker with tires not suitable for racing might have caused the Porsche to hydroplane and caused the driver to lose control. Paul's daughter Meadow filed a lawsuit against Porsche for wrongful death of her father. It alleges that the Carrera lacked safety features that would normally be present in well-designed race cars. It also alleged the reinforcing bars of the car's side doors would have been poorly welded and made of a weaker material, leading to his tragic death. It was revealed that Porsche had sent a memo to dealers in 2004 warning about control issues with the Carrera GT and urging drivers to exercise caution on the road surface. Porsche stated that the Carrera GT, which Roger was driving, had undergone unauthorized alterations after it was sold, and that Paul Walker was well informed and experienced in using those vehicles, so there was no one but fate to blame. After Paul Walker's tragic death in a car accident in 2013, his presence in the film Furious 7, which was in the midst of production, posed a significant challenge for the filmmakers. The production team used Paul Walker's brothers, Cody and Caleb Walker, as body doubles in certain scenes. They had a striking physical resemblance to Paul, and their faces were later digitally altered to better resemble his. CGI was employed to create realistic facial expressions and blend the faces of the body doubles with Paul Walker's. This technique helped to complete scenes that Paul had left incomplete. The script was adjusted to write Paul Walker's character, Brian O'Connor, out of the franchise in a respectful and emotionally resonant way. Some unused footage from previous Fast and Furious films was repurposed to help complete scenes and maintain continuity. The combination of these techniques allowed the filmmakers to finish Furious 7 and pay tribute to Paul Walker in a meaningful way. The film's ending included a touching farewell to the character and the actor, which resonated with fans and fellow cast and crew members. The success of the techniques used in Furious 7 and the tribute to Paul Walker contributed to the film's emotional impact and its box office success. Subsequent films in the Fast and Furious franchise continued without his character, but his memory and influence on the franchise have continued to be acknowledged by the cast and crew. No doubt Paul Walker will always be remembered as a beloved actor and a true car enthusiast. His dedication to philanthropy, passion for acting, and love for fast cars left an indelible mark in the world. The tragic accident that took his life served as a stark reminder of the unpredictability of life and the importance of cherishing every moment. While we grieve the loss of Paul Walker, we also celebrate his life, his work, and the legacy he left behind.